Welcome to the City of Lakefield, Episode 2 in the game City Skylines. In this episode, we're going to grow this little city and fix some pretty interesting problems. So let's get started. Well, do you remember the problem we had in Episode 1 of the City of Lakefield? Well, it had to do with our industrial area. Now, if you haven't seen Episode 1, I suggest you go back and watch it. If you've already seen it, I'm going to give you a few seconds just to think about what that problem was, and you can probably figure it out just by looking at the screen. While you're doing all that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the subscribe button in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And that way, you won't miss out on important tips on how to play the game of City Skylines, and you also won't miss future episodes of the City of Lakefield. Enough of that. Let's get back to the problem at hand. The nagging problem we have, and it's only going to get worse if we don't fix it, is the industrial area doesn't have its own highway connection. The trucks have to go through the residential area to access the highway. We could leave it like that, but if we do, the industrial traffic will clog up the city as the city grows. So let's fix that problem now before things get out of hand. Now, one other thing, the most important tip I have for you is at the end of this video, so make sure you watch to the end to take your game to the next level. We're going to use the mod Move It to help solve our problem. Yes folks, we're going to use a mod. Now if you haven't downloaded the mod Move It, or you don't know how to download it, watch my video titled Build Interchanges Quick and Easy. In that video I show you how to download the mod and make sure you have the right version. You can get to my Build Interchanges Quick and Easy tutorial by clicking on the link you see in the top right hand corner of your screen. What we're going to do with Move It is we're going to raise the highway just enough to sneak a road underneath, and we'll extend that 2-lane road underneath, and you're going to see where I'm going with it if you keep watching. And that way most of our dirty industrial area can be on the other side of the highway, away from our residential area, which is exactly the way your residents would want it. Unfortunately, I have a tiny little problem that I have to fix first, and if you look over here, you'll see my city's running out of power. So I'm going to try by using the budget to see if I can fix this. Why don't I just take my water, move it up a little bit. I know water's not having a problem right now, but I'm going to move up my electricity, which is having a problem right now, and roads. It's not 100% yet, but I'm moving it up. I'm hoping that will solve the problem, and you can see the little lightning bolts popping away, and that solved the problem. I have a trash problem here too, but I think we can solve that after we solve this connection problem. Well, it's becoming nighttime in my city. If you don't mind, I'm going to keep going even though it's nighttime. In the bottom right hand corner, and it looks like a star or the points of a compass, is the mod Move It. So you just click on that, and I'll just double click on this highway node right here. I'm using a PC, so I'm going to hit the page up button and raise that up. And I'll go down to this node here, and I'll raise that one up too just a little bit. And I don't know if I need to. Oh, I've got new services. We can look at that later. Double click on that. Oops, I didn't do that correctly. I didn't want just the pier to go up. I want the whole thing to go up. You know, sometimes things don't go exactly perfect. So let's double click on that. And then if I hit the page up button, there we go, it's going up. So I think I have enough clearance there. And I need to do the same thing on the other side. Hit the page up button. And here. Again. And over here. Do the same thing. Oh, I did it again. I made that pier go up. It's a little tricky, that thing. I need to double click on it so that it becomes round, not square. Why is it? It's really not working out for me here. Okay, let's try. Okay, there it is. And I go page up. Oop. And maybe down. Okay. It's not perfect, but we've raised the road. Now there is a function in mod where you can line this all up, but we'll look at that later. Right now, we just want to sneak a road underneath. Next thing we're going to do is extend this road. So we just click on the road icon, 2 roads. Now you can see where the piers are, so obviously we have to miss those. I'm going to go in between them, so it's a little offset, but I think it's going to work. And we go underneath. It's turned blue, and that tells me that there's enough clearance. And then I'll just connect over here. Now I got a road that goes to the other side. Yes, I know I need to grow my city. You don't need to tell me that. And what I really want to do eventually is connect over to this interchange over here. Next, let's put in that temporary interchange. At least I'm going to call it a temporary interchange because it can handle low volumes, or it will be able to handle low volumes, but not very high volumes. And oh, look at that. I don't have highways yet, so I guess I can't do that. Well, that's really unfortunate. So we'll go to plan B, and plan B is we'll extend this road here. And I gotta make sure I want it in a particular place. I'm gonna take this road, extend it all the way down to about there. I gotta be careful about how much money I have. I'm gonna extend it over to here. I used up a fair bit of money. And eventually I'm gonna turn this interchange so that it connects here to this road. And you can see where I'm going with this, and unfortunately, I don't have highways yet, and I'm wondering why that is. Well, like I said before, sometimes things don't go exactly as the way you planned it. So, now what do I do? Well, it looks like I can't build highways yet, and if I take a closer look and I click on the highway link, and I want to build a ramp, I can't build highways or a highway ramp until I reach a population of 2,800. So it looks like I'm going to have to let my city grow before I can carry this solution out to its end. So while my city is growing, let's see if we can fix some other problems here. So if I click on this one, the garbage has piled up and they're not happy about it. Now I wonder why that is. Do I have a landfill site? I don't have a landfill site yet, and I guess that's where I've messed up. So I'm going to take a landfill site, and where do I put a dirty thing like this? I'm going to stick it on the other side of the highway. And that way it's away from my residential area, and I think everybody will be happy. So if I plop that there, and I don't know if it needs water or not, but I'm going to extend my water up here anyway. And we'll go back to garbage. And let's see what happens here. I have a landfill. And as the game goes on, there's the trucks there. There's the garbage trucks going. So that should solve our problem. I hope. I've paused the game because I don't like where I put this landfill site, and it has 0% full, which means I can still move it. So what I want to do is move it farther away from the highway, because I might want to put a temporary interchange there, as I talked about before. So I think if I put it over there, that should work. And once again, I'll extend some water out to it, and that should do it. Now I've reached a population of 1,000, which means it's a worthy village, so we're getting up there. We have districts, policies, a second loan if we want it. We have other things. We have a fire department, police department, and it looks like there's some unique buildings. and forestry specializations and so on, and we can introduce new policies, but in particular there's a police station and a firehouse, which I think might be good at this point. So let's think about where we're going to put those things. I've got a tiny problem over here I've got to fix, and I can't remember if I told you, but I've added an extra landfill site here and a recycling center, but I need to get some power over there. So let's see if I can get the power lines to go over this road. So we'll see if that's gonna work. Make it as high as I can, and it went over. I can go back down because I don't need it to be that, and I can connect power there. There, we solved that little tiny problem. Now let's see if we can put some services in and be mindful of our budget. I only have $41,000, but I think I should add I'm thinking I should add a fire department to make sure things don't burn down. And that looks like it's going to work out well. I got $29,000 left. How much is a police station? Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to add it in. I hope I don't blow my budget. And hopefully people will be happy and my city will continue to grow. The crime rate should be down, and if any buildings are on fire, they should be taken care of by the fire department. Well, I fast forwarded through a bunch of stuff, and now the city of Lakefield is a tiny town with a population of 1,600. And this is probably a good place to end this session, but there's one more important thing I have to tell you. Remember I said at the beginning of this video, the most important tip is at the end of the video, and that's next. So here's what I consider to be the most important tip in playing this game, and it goes like this. You have to have a mindset that there's a solution to every problem. Now, of course, there are some problems that may be harder to solve than others, and you may get boxed in every now and again. But it's about keeping your mind open and having a perspective that you have the ability to deal with whatever comes your way in this game. And that's the tip that will keep you on your journey to ramping up your game to the next level. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. If you have any questions, note them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them as best I can. Now, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on important tips on how to play the game of City Skylines. Oh, and click on the bell too. That way you won't miss the next episode of the City of Lakefield. Thanks for watching and have a great day.